Imagine a single grain of wheat, its harvest rippling outward to create a map of power. In the city of around 3,000 years before the Common Era, a scribe presses a reed into damp clay. This simple tablet, drying in the sun, is more than a record of grain and goats, it is the birth of order. Agriculture bound people to the land, and surplus grain stacked in storehouses built the first cities, and with them the first laws. From these furrows of civilization, different forms of power grew. On the Nile, pharaohs claimed divinity. Along the Mediterranean, citizens argued in sunlit squares. And in the Andes, kingdoms mastered mountainsides, managing water and labor. Great thinkers and prophets offered moral codes that could bind strangers together as one. But it was the pathways between these new cities that truly connected the world, not of steel, but of sand, sea, and silk. These were the arteries of human exchange. The Silk Roads, the monsoon sea lanes, the desert corridors, they carried not just salt and silk, but ideas, religions, and disease. Paper multiplied memory, gunpowder remade war. New navigational tools widened the known world, until ships finally crossed the great oceans, connecting continents and sparking a global exchange. Crops and cultures crossed the seas, but so did deadly microbes. The echoes of these ancient crossings are still with us, in the supply chains that stock our shelves, the health crises we face, and the very prices we pay. Then, a new power source changes everything: steam. In Manchester, in 1830, the hiss of a steam engine replaces the rhythm of the harvest. Coal and credit forge a new world of factories and finance. Life is now measured by the clock, not the sun. Society itself is recast, a few who own and many who earn a wage. As railways stitch markets together, states standardize time, law, and education, creating not just a workforce, but a public. And from this public, the modern nation is born, an idea powerful enough to be claimed in song, in ballads, and in blood. By 1914, the world's great powers turned their industrial might against each other. By 1945, from the ruins of 2 world wars and the searing memory of genocide, a new order struggles to emerge. Empires crumble, borders are redrawn, and a vital question hangs in the air. Whose story will now be told? 2 rival superpowers hold the planet's fate in their hands, a fragile peace kept only by the fear of annihilation. In 1962, the world holds its breath as fingers hover over launch keys. But even in the shadow of the bomb, new voices rise, demanding civil rights, equality, and a future for the planet. Technology accelerates the connections once forged by caravans and sailing ships. Undersea cables link continents in an instant. But this new, hyper-connected world reveals our shared vulnerabilities, as global supply chains, mass migration, and pandemics prove just how deeply our fates are intertwined. Today, we write our history not on clay tablets, but in lines of code. From editing the human genome to the rise of artificial intelligence, we are reshaping life itself. This history matters now, more than ever, because the challenges of a changing climate and the power of our new digital tools will define our jobs, our borders, and our beliefs. The choices we make in this decade will echo for generations. A new chapter is beginning, one that will test every system we have ever built.